Hey y'all, told you I was going live at 10 o'clock. I'm gonna give a couple of people the time to pop in. Cause you know people be late. People be late. But I'm gonna give y'all some time and then we gonna get into it. Cause this topic should be juicy tonight. We talking about basically you have to be nothing to become everything. You have to be nothing to become everything. What does that mean? What does that mean to you? What does that when I say that, what rings off in your head? How do you feel about that statement? You having to be nothing to become everything. But like I said, I'm gonna give a few people, some people, hopefully a whole lot of people, some time to pop in because this should be interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna introduce myself for the time being. For those that don't know me, once they rewatch this video, they will by the end. I am 2K Latte. Latte. Nice to meet you. Hopefully, we do this more often. It becomes something more of a regimen. I'm doing this to see how many people I actually can gather and be, collectively one with. So, let's see if we could conversate. Let's see if we could conversate. Let's see if we could conversate. I want to conversate. You want to conversate. And I know that this will be a great conversation because so many people right now is going through so many things and don't have nobody to talk to. So to actually have somebody that feels the same way that you do on the things that you don't speak of feels good. Tony, Tony, Tony. Yeah. It feels good. If it really feels good. I don't want to get copywritten, but I'm new to the live thing, so work with me. This is the first of more to come, many more, 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 many more. If I see it's taking too long for, I'm gonna give it's now, let me see, 10:03. I say we're gonna start approximately around, we give it the 10:10, 10:07-ish, 10:07, 10:10, somewhere around there, you know. Because you ain't got to be black to be on black people timing. Because they say we be late. We be late. So we're going to see. We're going to call this a tester live. I'm going to test this live to see how it do. And then I'll be bringing more to you. Make sure you go to my page, Latte World, to check out my other videos. Because trust me, your girl got a lot. In 1 year, I've made 530 videos. Pat on the back, pat on the back, pat on the back. Yes, sir. Am I the only one that feels that losing is not always a loss? Because some people feel like losing, oh man, I lost this and I lost this and I keep losing is not always a loss. Some of the things that go is a good thing. You just don't know it at the time. That's something that has to be figured out later on down the line. But within the process, it can actually feel like a loss. Nobody likes to feel like they losing anything. Anything. So, with that being said, at the time, it might be something hard to fathom. But over time, you might realize, hey, maybe I needed to lose that. That wasn't actually a loss. That was a gain. Because since it's been going, look how much more done came. You see where I'm going with this? You see where I'm going with this? I hope so. It's now 10:05, 10:05. 10:05, it's 10:05. That means we got 5 more minutes. After 5 minutes, whoever ain't here, they square. I guess they gonna have to pop in while we already into it. And I'll just be talking to who's here. And we'll be going and going and going. And I guess they'll just have to go back later on and watch what it was that we conversated about. I feel good. I actually mentally feel good. But body wise, I feel like crap. Like for the last couple of days, I've been having aches and pains that I cannot explain. Okay? I've been drinking tea and popping Motrin. Hopefully one of them work. Because as of right now, my back, the doctor said I might need a bacchiotomy. Who knows what movie that's from? Hold on, y'all. Let me move y'all over here real quick for 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. It's now 10:06. It's 10:06. That means we only got 4 minutes. Only got 4 minutes. Do what I gotta do to prove to you that I will do anything. Well, yeah, 4 minutes. We got 4 minutes, y'all. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. These people better not be having me waiting forever. I mean, I'm not sounding unappreciative because I appreciate anybody that pops in live. But I'm excited, all right? And I want people to be here for this. I don't think this should be something that should be missed. Like, hello? My glasses is crooked. Work with me, y'all. Work with me. I done lost a good pair. I'm struggling. So if y'all see me read in the comments funny, don't talk about me. Help me, all right? Period. I got a job. Y'all got a job. Y'all job is helping me. Are you here with me? It's now 10:07. It's 10:07. I mean, it's 10:08. I mean, we got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Hey! They say I could pin a message. Let me see if I could pin your message. Let me see. Let me see how this works. Ooh, I did a thing just now. I just did a thing. I did a thing. I put a moderator in my chat. A moderator in my chat. All right, it's 10:08 still. See, the time is working with y'all because it really don't want them to miss it. You know, I said I was going to start at 10:10, even though I said I was going to be at 10 o'clock. I made a public service announcement to let it be known that Latte would be here, so don't be square. It's 10:09. We got 1 minute, y'all. And then we going to get into it because we needs to kick the Willy Bobo. And listen, let me turn y'all this way. And can y'all see my sign? No, y'all can't see my sign. Y'all can see my face though. Anyway, I'm recording with my front camera, so even if my sign was able to be seen, it would be introverted. And y'all don't need to be looking at Latte World backwards. So, boop boop. Did y'all see my video today about stop being lazy? We all deserve that within ourselves. To stop being lazy to ourselves. We do. It's really an injustice. It's really, 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 really an injustice. We'll be dedicated more to other people than we are to ourselves and leave ourselves for last. And then wonder why we get the shit end of the stick. You can still put yourself first and help who you choose to help and love who you choose to love and be who you choose to be. Anything you got to put yourself in last place for is not good for you. You don't deserve the bottom. Why you can't be at the top right there with everybody else? So you mean to tell me you got to carry by everybody else at the top while you play the bottom? What role is that? What reward is that? Don't get me wrong. The Bible states, you do get gravely rewarded for those, being a blessing to others. But what reward are you getting for not blessing yourself in the process? Because you can't help nobody if you don't help you first. You're going to be giving help and you need help. Why we can't help each other? That's the best help ever. Helping each other. That way there's an equal opportunity. I'm not leaning on you. You not leaning on me. We're leaning on each other. You know? That makes things a little bit more, because listen, we get caught up in these situations with people where they start feeling entitled. Like they entitled to the help. Like you supposed to. And then if you don't, it don't matter how much you have. It don't matter how much you have helped. No matter how much you done tried to be there or be square. A person will act like you ain't never did shiz not eat for them. So why not help yourself in the process anyway? Because you're going to have to be the one to help yourself in the end when you helping them did not work out for them. Because, woo, people show their ass. Woo. We're going to get into that in the conversation too, because now it's 10:12. And whoever ain't here. And we about to get into it. All right? No, I would never. You know, I'm just learning how to work this, so work with me. I ain't never meant to kick you out. I swear I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't kick you out of nowhere. I wouldn't do that. Not me. Not Latte. Not 2K. But yeah, let's get into it. Because mentally, I've been finding who I am. I'm 43 years old, but I just met myself this year. That might sound like you 43. Yes, I'm 43 and I just met myself between 2022 and 2023. 2022 was a very, very big year for me. It was a learning experience. Now, me, like I said in the beginning, I'm not going to say a loss is a loss, because everything that you lose, you can't count as a loss. I encountered a lot of things that taught me lessons that will take me on in my future, that will last me a lifetime. So even though it might have been a rough patch within that moment, it was a healing process at the same time, because it was something that was needed to go through. I mean, I really can sit here and say that now. At the time, your girl was broken. And if you've ever been broken, then you understand what I mean by broken. Okay? Because there's things that you can go through in life that can literally break you and make you feel broken. And it takes a strong mentality to be able to put those pieces of that broken person back together. So some of us are still repairing ourselves. But in the process of repairing me, I met me. Because there was things that I learned about me that I really did not know. For starters, in order to make things right, you got to start with you. You can't blame everybody and everything else for some of the things that you go through, because some of the problems that you have been through, you put yourself in that situation. So if you're going to blame anybody, you got to blame you first. You could blame the next person second, but you overall have to take responsibility for even being there in the first place. Because if you valued yourself, then you wouldn't have never sat in that seat in the first place. At all. And I say that because when you love yourself, it's just certain things you won't do. It's certain things you won't allow. It's certain things you won't be a part of. But when you put in other things before you, then it's things that you will sit around for. You'll have patience for. You'll be willing to wait for. But once you know what it is that you want and what you ain't dealing or having or tolerating, or which I'm not even talking about just in because there's more relationships in life than what you have with a person that you meet. And this comes along with people meeting themselves. You can go through a whole lifetime and never know who you are. That's a waste of a lifetime, because you might feel that you've made memories and you've come across some good people, but if you never came across yourself, I know my triggers now. I know when I'm not feeling good. I know when I'm not about to feel good. I know when something does not make me feel good. I know more how to communicate. I'm still not great, but I'm learning how to communicate, because the problem with people is you can't communicate with people that don't understand. A person first has to understand you in order to be able to communicate with you. And if you don't understand or know who you are, how are you even going to explain to another person what it is that you deserve, that you feel that you require? So you only gonna accept what you given because you really don't know what it is that you want. So for me meeting me, it taught me a lot about the things that I do want, a lot of the things that I never wanted in the first place, and a lot of things that I accepted just because I didn't know who I was. Which, now that you can see something from the outside looking in, it gives you a better way of dealing with things. Things that used to make me angry don't make me angry no more. Things that used to make me emotionally distressed don't make me emotionally distressed anymore. Things that I once worried about, I don't worry about anymore. I take everything with a grain of salt. If it's not positive, I'm not building on it. I don't care if it's a regular, if it's a conversation. If I see that a person is keeping a or trying to have a conversation with me, and the conversation is not positive, I will remove myself. It makes no sense for me to sit in something that's not going to make me feel good, or that's not going nowhere. We could be talking about a tree. If we can't communicate about this tree, why are we talking about this tree? That's because some people have to learn to speak what it is that they mean and mean what it is that they speak. When you speak, if all you want is another person to do is listen, say that. Say that. There's nothing wrong with telling a person, listen, I need to vent. I got a couple of things going on with me. I just want to get some things off my chest. Don't tell a person you want to talk, because when you tell a person you want to talk, a person think you say something and then they're supposed to say something back. But then it becomes a match of defense, because some people don't like the truth. I was like that. You feel like because somebody telling you the truth about yourself, they attacking you. No, sometimes we need to hear some about ourselves, and most times it's because a person is telling us something about ourselves that we already said about ourselves to ourselves. So now who are you to tell me this? I already done heard it in here. Now you gonna say it out here? Now you'll respect it if it's coming from a person that you know that is actually coming from a place of decency, care, love, that type of thing. But when you feel that a person is just speaking because they have lips, it can go terribly wrong when two people are supposed to be having a conversation. Because some people say they want to have a conversation just to attack another person. You did this, you did this, you did this, you did this. And then if another person don't know how to accept responsibility for their actions, I've been there too. I might have did that, but I did that only because you did XYZ to me, or because I felt so and so and so. When you mentally stable in a place where you just don't put yourself in certain situations. And those are the type of situations you won't even put yourself in. Far as I'm not doing tit for tat with nobody. You tit with me, I'm tatting my ass out of there. And that's just as simple as it's going to go. Because if we grown, like we say that we grown, and this goes in business, a job, a family ship, a friendship, anything. The moment you step into a situation and you're not comfortable, why would you keep returning to that place? It's going to bring you no happiness. And fake happiness is the worst happiness. I can agree with that. I do be more mad at myself most time than others too. Because at the end of the day, I knew better. And even in situations when I probably didn't know better, I felt it didn't make me feel better. So why did I continue to do it? Why did I still continue down the same path? So that leads into my title, of which this video was actually about from the beginning. Most times you have to be nothing to become everything, because sometimes you have to empty yourself out of all the old things that was there and restore it and replace it with new things. And with the new things that you replace it with, you will become probably a person that you never knew even existed. Because you so busy going, like when you have conversations, you ever have conversations and like with remember when as people, like remember when we used to, or remember when we used to, or I can't talk to a remember when we used to as person. Because if we can't do something from now, we still thinking about the past stuff. You still going off of the old me. I'm not that person no more. Those memories were good, but I'm trying to create new ones. You understand? And take into my future, like what we doing? Even a friend. Some people that you have as friends in your childhood, but if y'all still keeping a friendship off of the memories that took place in the childhood and y'all not building off of the adulthood, why are you still friends with this person? That's why most people feel like they got friends that be envious. Yes, people do be envious of who you become because you actually outgrow people. And sometimes you don't notice it because you're being yourself, but the people that you are outgrowing notice it and they don't like it. Nobody likes to see somebody or feel like somebody is moving past them. Nobody likes that. So that's why you have so many situations that's arising, like the Shaquella and a lot of friends getting done dirty by friends that they felt been friends for so long. No, those were your old friends, not your new friends, because you still going off of the old love that you had for them, and they're just thriving off of the new hate that they got for you. That's it. People will talk about the old you just to not have to notice how good the new you is doing. To try to break you down, they will bring up your old points. Yeah, well, you used to that. I used to. We all used to do something. But why you used to could not stay back there? Why would you bring that up here into my new situation? Some people say things to you just to see how you're going to react to it. Attention. You know that thing, positive attention, negative attention. Some people just like attention. They don't care what type of attention it is as long as they're getting your attention. And some people are nothing more than attention seekers. And when they feel that they are around a person that gets attention without even trying, and they try so hard, people will be jealous of that. And you just be cool because you cool. You ain't even trying to be cool. That you might not even like people. That's the crazy part about it. You understand? Most people that think people are, that most people that think that everybody likes this person and this person is so social and this, that, and the third, those be the people that don't like people the most. Don't like being around people. Like, some people do better by themselves and they are right with being by themselves. Some people need groups of people to be in to even be seen. Without a group, they feel like they not noticeable. Or some people get the clout of the group, so they feel they stay with the group because the group is popular, not them. See, I'm one of many. Like, you see, when I do my videos, when I come here, I'm by myself. When you see me, I'm by myself. Why is that? I had to learn. It ain't always good. Most times it ain't good to be in the mix, because when you in the mix, it gets mixy. And when you trying to grow, some things gotta go. And sometimes you gonna miss. You ain't gotta be at every event. Like, how you trying to get your life together and trying to be in the mix at the same time? You gonna have to pick your poison. Which one are you trying to do? Are you trying to get right over here, or are you trying to fit in over there? You can't be both places at the same time if you one person. And in order to get things done right, you have to actually focus. So if your life means so much to you, then sometimes you got to sit out. I don't mind not sure. If me, I'm going to be honest with you. If I show up to somebody's event, it's a privilege. It is. No, I'm not going to everything that I'm invited to. That was nice. I'm happy. Appreciate the invite. But no, I'm a pass on this one. You got to know which rooms you belong in. And I'm not saying that you... No, I am saying that. What the hell? You got to know what rooms become beneath you. Yes. And I say beneath you because if it's nothing prosperous for you there when you go, but, and I mean, even if it's good people, a good time, and that, no. If you walking into a room of people that you already know is full of shit before you get there, why you going? I work too hard for my money to spend it with full of shit ass people. I'm sorry. I'm not going to look good for full of shit ass people. I'm sorry. And people problem be, they be too busy trying to prove something to people that really don't give no about them. Being nothing to become everything. Sometimes you gotta learn to be by yourself. Learn it's a right to have nothing going on. It's a right to have nothing going on. At least make people think that. Because when you working on yourself, you working on everything. And it's going to show. And you don't have to speak on it. Your elevation will speak on it. Your new program of mind will speak on it. The way you carry yourself will speak on it. Your patience will speak on it, because you will know, whoo, I didn't know the level of patience that you grow when you remove yourself from things that you don't know. I'm serious. I'm serious. I thought I had patience, but I really didn't realize how much patience I had. Because, see, I have more patience for other people than I have for myself. And those is the patience that matter. Because to start something and stop, like, it's a lot of things in my life that I wish I would have continued on doing when I started it. But I didn't have patience to complete it. Once I seen certain things wasn't working, or I got frustrated, or maybe something else probably was going on at the time that I thought was more important that actually wasn't, I got onto something else. My patience ran out for that one particular thing. But if I actually focused on some of the particular things that I started in my life, I could only imagine where I would have been in those areas today. But everything happens for a reason. That's another thing. And maybe I didn't do that then because I needed to learn the lessons that I know now. And if I did that then, I probably would have skipped this part to be able to relay what it is that I'm relaying to you now, because everything that I'm speaking of is things that I've been through. And mentally, I've been through a lot. Okay, nobody, even if you wear the same size shoe, you don't fit that shoe the same. So maybe some things that I was strong enough to handle, the next person might not be. And maybe some of the things that you, the people that are watching me, was strong enough to handle, I as a person could not. So I had to rebuild me to have strength in a lot of areas that I thought I was strong, that I realized I was not. And that was mentally, because I had mental insecurities. If you don't know who you are, you insecure. Because when you look in the mirror, if you're not comfortable with the person that you see, that's the first problem, because that's what you present into the world. That's what you going out to show to other people. So if you're not comfortable with your product, or you don't have faith in your product, how are you going to convince everybody else this is a good product to deal with? You ain't even convinced yourself. You could not even look in the mirror and say, you know what? I'm good. I know I'm good. So who telling me anything? Nobody. When you look in the mirror and you say, well, I don't like this about myself, and you already done beat yourself up before the world got a chance to. So now your costume that you putting on to go out into the world is already damaged. Your costume already got a hole in it, because this stuff that we wear is a costume. The stuff that we put on to go outside for other people to see is a costume. This hair, like the braids, this outfit, the jewelry, whatever, the nail polish, stuff like that. We don't go outside as our bare selves. Most people are afraid to death of their bare selves. Some people won't even do FaceTime and stuff like that if they ain't got them bare selves together. If you can't be comfortable with who I am as bare me, then oh no, you don't get the costume version. Definitely not. Because then I can't be comfortable with you as myself. I'm going to feel like I always got to be that costume person to be around you. And that's a fake. That's being fake. That's being fake. That is being fake. And I can't be fake for nobody. So, accept me with nappy edges, maybe a little something, and be able to tolerate me as a real person, or don't be able to tolerate or get no parts of me at all, because I only want real people in my circle. So I know if we able to accept each other like that, a friend, anything, okay, then If I did come into something, I would know you're not around me just for the things that I have. You're around me because you actually, with me as a person, we actually grew together. So you know my story. I can't fuck with people that don't know my story. Because I ain't got time to tell you and bring you up to speed. I didn't work this hard to get where I'm at, to have to remind every other person along the way. No. If you can't see how far I've come to be where I'm at, then that's your loss. Because I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to go right on past you. And you still going to be looking at the past trying to figure out when did I even get where I was at. The whole time you was focused on the old me. You don't have to tell people what you're doing. Do it. It's going to show. Your achievements speak for themselves. I mean, just being honest. Me, right now, it is not 40 minutes into this live. It's 36 minutes into this live, right? And I'm going to be honest, I don't go live. Normally I make videos because I control the video. I put up what I want to put up for people to be able to see. But I went live tonight to try something new. You don't know if something is going to work for you unless you try it. Now, I could be knocking live the whole time and it could be the best thing that ever happened for me. All this time, I could have been avoiding nothing. When all I had to do is what I'm doing now. Try something new. You can't knock something before you try it because all you're doing is knocking yourself. You already counting yourself as a failure. Like, listen, I know I ain't going to be able to do that. So you could do anything you put your mind to. But if you tell your mind that you can't do it, then you can't do it. Just like if you tell your mind you can do it, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. I didn't know I could be who I am today. And that's at peace. Like, at peace. Do you know what that means for some people to be able to be at peace? I am at mental peace. Is it things that I got going on that I'm still trying to figure out? Absolutely. Absolutely. Family. Thank you for, coming and showing love. But yes, absolutely. But I'm here. And I'm going to continue to be here. And the only way I'm going to get better at doing something is to keep doing it. And I vow that I'm going to keep doing it. And by the time I realize from me saying so much, I'm going to keep doing it, it's going to get done. We're already a year in the game. Like, some people that do this YouTube thing, it takes them a very long time. Because let me tell you, I don't watch YouTube video after YouTube video after YouTube video to try before I decided, you know what? All I gotta do is turn on my camera and listen. Who gonna watch? Who gonna watch? Who gonna film me? Gonna film me. Who gonna see me? Gonna see me. And who not. But I watch video after video. And sometimes it takes some people years to get monetized on this platform. But dedication is everything. And consistency is everything. And when you want something, you have to remain dedicated and you have to be consistent. You have to do both. They go together. You cannot do one and not do the other, because then your plan is definitely going to fall short. But I bet you if you put dedication and consistency together, the outcome will bring greatness. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Because even going through the trials and tribulations that you going through to get to what it is that you trying to get to, you still learning new stuff along the way. You still. Thank you. I appreciate that. Trust me. I really, really do. I really, really do. Like, when I hear people say congratulations, my heart be like, yeah, like that. Because when you know you worked hard to get where it is that you got, and other people see that, that's the best feeling in the world. But that goes back to what it is that I'm saying. You gotta learn new things. You can't automatically count it as a failure. You can't say, listen, I can't see myself doing that. Why not? Why not? We couldn't see ourselves doing half of the dumb shit we did with the people that we did it with, but we did it. So why we can't see ourselves doing something that might better us as a person? I don't have the best vocabulary. I don't have the best spelling. I might not have the best of anything. But what I do is have the best love for myself right now that I ever had. And that's going to get me anywhere that I need to get. Because when you have the mind state and the will to put in that power towards something that you want, you're gonna invest your mind space into getting to that thing. It don't matter how much knowledge you had to start with. By the time it's all said and done, you're gonna have the knowledge that you need to get to it. I was computer illiterate. I edit my own videos. Like I say all the time, this has been a journey. I'm pretty sure y'all don't watch videos with my head cut off. I probably was sideways, but y'all stuck with me, my loyalties, to where now certain things I can do with my eyes closed. Like, I can literally edit certain videos in like under 10 minutes. Whereas sometimes I would be sitting up all night trying to figure this thing out. Like, listen, no. Because they said if you do this and do this, that this should do this. And it was not working at any point in time. I could have gave up and said, you know what? You know what? I ain't doing this. I ain't doing this. I can't do this. I can't. I said, you know what? This is just a challenge. Challenge accepted. When you take tests in school from kindergarten through 12th grade and college and so on and so forth, that's to test you to see where your knowledge is at. So you still have to test yourself in life to see where your knowledge is at as a person. Just because you're not going into a school every day, that means you don't teach yourself. That means you don't go learn nothing no more. People will pay a phone bill to still be dumb. How? How? So you paying a bill for something every month that could teach you everything that you need to know, and you still where you at. It's up to a person to want better for themselves. It's up to a person to be willing to get and put in that work for better for themselves. It's not something that's just a given. And when most people see that things are not just a given, they be willing to give up. But don't give up on the most prized possession that you was given in life. And that's yourself. Because without you, you have nothing. Other people are just something that attached to you. You are overall the best thing, the biggest thing, the thing. So take care of yourself. Anyway, I'm about to get up out of here. I'm happy that y'all came through and showed your girls some love. I will be trying this again. I'm going to start off by going live maybe at 10 o'clock every other night, because my kids' bedtime is at 8:30. So I can't go live throughout the day because it just won't be good. Okay? I don't want y'all to see me like that. I don't want y'all to see me like that. But this is your girl, 2K Latte. And I'm out.